about 10 days ago, just a little over, on July 13th, and this almost sold out. And we brought a few more back. So still not many to go around, but we were able to get a couple more for you to get home, because this is your choice of the oversized Santa or Snowman. The oversized trend has been crazy, crazy popular. We're talking about 18 inches high in the case of the Santa. The Snowman's a little bit higher with his little hat, 18 3/4 inches high. And then in width, about a foot in the case of the Snowman, under 10 inches in the case of the Santa. Your sale price is $79.54. As I mentioned, not many to go around. This is the only order of the year. Don't expect this to last the month of July, frankly, because we just don't have that many. H216312. Here's your Santa choice, and in the Santa, there's only 6 dozen to go around. See, it may not even last the week. And then in the Snowman, we have about 250 of these to go around. And we'll be honest, Jim was supposed to have a show later on in the day.
Yeah.
And we just said we don't have enough inventory. We have to put you at 5 a.m.
We just did too good a job selling. Yeah. I said, we're going to have to back off so we'll have some inventory to work with.
So, the oversized, did you do these as a statement?
I'm glad they're being displayed with us here, because people can get the idea of just how substantial and how big these pieces are.
Oh yeah.
Most of my figural pieces, and for those out there who collect, they're certainly familiar with the fact that generally the pieces are, well, anywhere from 9 to 11, 12 inches. That's what I generally do.
So this is double.
And sometimes I reduce things, which you'll see, in that Santa with the baby Jesus, into ornament size. Oftentimes, though, I love to do pieces that are oversized.
Yeah.
And I've done pieces like this. I think the scale of this is really, really attractive. It's got enough mass to really make a statement.
Big time.
And once again, the techniques that I've used, whereby you can still see the facets of the carving, and you can see all the handwork that goes into it, and because of the fact that I don't refine the surfaces after they've been shaped, adds a certain amount of almost a filigree of surface visual texture.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it makes it so interesting, I think. And of course, the theme of these is the white woodland that emphasizes the forest animals and that kind of stuff. But there's enough detailing on this stuff to be continuously interesting, with the scenes and with the rose malling and with this interesting spray coming across and that sort of thing. And then, of course, the whimsy of the woodland animals. It's I think one of my more effective pieces. This style and these subjects in this size have been very popular. And one thing that I might add, which we don't always mention, but when I do an oversized piece like this, generally most people will use this as an inside item. Now you can take this. The perfect way to do this, really, if you want to display it, is to take this piece as a centerpiece, or the Santa as a centerpiece, and then decorate around it with maybe additional pieces that I've done. You talked earlier about the way they match up with
maybe two of the little nutcrackers.
Yeah, different things like that, and then the greenery, ornaments, tinsel, whatever and you can spread these things out down the dining room table, across the mantle, in the buffet that welcomes people into your entryway and everything, and it really makes a dramatic statement. But in addition to that, we always put a UV protective coating on these oversized pieces.
Oh, that comes with it, not something you do at home. When we order it.
That's right. Any oversized piece that I do, because of the fact that there is a lot of people that will want to display this thing maybe outdoors, maybe in their front porch, maybe on their patio, or something like that, and it may be subject to a little bit of the elements.
Okay.
And so we want to make sure that these things are resistant to fading, and they weather well, and so forth. So if you want to, generally speaking, you're going to use it inside, but if you want to put it outside, feel free because it's got the protective layer on it. I think that's a good feature.
Well, and you know what? It kind of has a little bit of a weathered look already in the way the colors are applied here. So I think it would lend itself to that. Now, I do have another update for you. Here is the Santa and here is the Snowman. In the Snowman, I have 150 of these to go around. And remember, these nearly sold out. We got a few more in stock for you just so we could present it to you today. And then that's it. It's our only order of the year. And then in the Santa, there's only 2 dozen remaining. So this Santa is unlikely to last the day, I would say, because a lot of us collect Jim Shore. We wait for it. And there aren't that many shows. It's not like there's a Jim Shore show
I like
every
that.
morning, you know, every Thursday morning or something. This is something that we only find limited periods of the year. And so we have it for you today. I'll remind you of the sale price. So our only order of the year, $79.54 is your sale price. That would expire at the end of the month, assuming these would last at the end of the month.
One of the things to keep in mind is that I don't do that many of these oversized pieces.
Oh, okay.
For the collector out there that wants to really round out their collection, they need to have at least 1 or 2 of the oversized pieces, and most of them do. So I urge the folks out there that are ardent collectors or that are enthusiastic about the line, you know, to pick one of these things up. It'll go so well with your collection. If you want it for simply decorating, you can't do it any better than with one of these large pieces as the centerpiece. We use it, you know, when we have Christmas dinner parties and that sort of thing. There's always a piece like this that Jan decorates around, you know.
Around like the food?
Well, you know, we'll put it in the center of the table, and there it is. It makes this wonderful holiday statement, and then we have the, the regular meal around it, and it's just a cheerful thing to be done in, in this kind of
size.
This size.
It does command a presence when you see something like this. And I think whether it's the centerpiece or even on your sofa table, I mean, you're just gonna love having this in your home and taking a look at it. We did lose the Santa, but we have the Snowman remaining. Only 4 dozen remaining there. So as a reminder, only order of the year. If you want to take it home, 5 easy payments of $15.91. It's also our largest piece in the show. I mean, the oversized thing is huge, and that's a beautiful way to do it.
That's probably the last time that's going to be shown this year, too.
And I think it's going to go by the end of the show, Jim. I mean, I don't think we can show it anymore.
I appreciate everyone that got the Santa Claus. I'm sure you'll be happy with it. But the Snowman is such a dramatic piece.
Cute. I love chubby snowmen.
I do, too.
They're cute.
Who doesn't love a
Item
snowman?
number